in our daily lives. So,
So how do you know when an animal is trying to communicate with you? Do you just automatically pick it up, or how can you tell?
well, I had one where I was contacted by a client, was long distance, and it took me 3 days. And the reason being that the animal was extremely shy and had to warm up. And I did keep in contact. I would email the client and let them know that this is what's going on. This is why it's taking so long. And they said that doesn't surprise me because that's the way the animal is. So it just, I think I just forgot as far as where I was going with it. I apologize. But there are times, though, I can just, they do want to talk to us. Even my little guy, there were times, though, that he did not want to communicate and basically would let me know that, okay, it's short, sweet, to the point. This is what I'm going to tell you, and now I'm done. So, so I, more oftentimes than not, animals are always available and they're always open and want to communicate. It's from us as far as humans being there and realizing that they want to communicate with us.
So you touched on this earlier, but do you believe that pets will act out by doing things that they shouldn't be doing, trying to tell a pet parent that that pet parent has something wrong in their life and they need to fix it? Do you think they're trying to tell us that by acting out in their behavior?
Well, yes, and that's the thing is that acting out is the same difference as what animals as our mirrors. They're
Hmm.
mirroring as far as what's going on. They should they they're limited as far as in their resources, so it's trying to get your attention one way or another. So that's not uncommon.
So how do we know as an animal communicator, have you been brought into a pet's life to try to figure out why they're doing this and have you been able to figure it out?
Yes, yes. I've dealt with several, and it's been actually, yes, between cats and dogs. And I remember one that I was at the client's home, and we were talking about as far as an issue behaviorally that they were experiencing with the dog. And so it was talking to the dog, and she was saying that, okay, I don't like as far as this area of the grass. It's too prickly, and so this is why I go over here. And so we went outside, so that way, you know, the humans could actually see what she was talking about. So, so it just, mm, and this is how I kind of communicate with the animals. There can tend to be long gaps as far as when I'm trying to discuss because you're having to be more at a calmer, peaceful level and letting that communication flow back and forth. So a lot of times there's silence because I need to let them let flow to me what they need to tell me.
So how can we trust and know what is flowing to us from an animal?
One of the things that when I was taking as far as the classes through the Gurney Institute is she had talked about as far as validating, getting as much in the details to share with the the owner, so that way they realize that yes, you are communicating with that particular animal. And so one of the very first clients I had, her little Dorothy had transitioned. And so she was asking me various questions. And then I started sharing with her as far as things that she hadn't asked, but things that I checked in with the animals, their likes, their dislikes, the things that they wanted to share and tell their human. And it's that's a, a very quick way as far as getting the validation that yes, the what you're picking up is definitely communication from the animal. Because I had from her, she said, "You told me things that I had never told anybody else in regards to, but that were correct with my animal." So
Have you ever been able to help a pet that a vet or trainer couldn't help? If somebody had taken their pet to the vet or gotten a trainer and still couldn't figure out what was going on, have you ever been able to step in and help somebody with that?
it hasn't gotten to the point where, as far as with a trainer, usually what happens is they contact me as far as if there's a behavioral issue, and it's where yes, it hasn't. They've taken the animal to the vet. There's not been anything physiologically wrong. So what is it? Could be behaviorally, and I've dealt with both cats and dogs, and have been able to address, and the owner has they've been able to tell me as far as either that evening or the next day that they've been able to see the change.
Well, Hazel, you're not going to believe this. We're down to our last probably 4 minutes by now. I know I have a lot more questions, but normally at this time I open the floor up to and let you talk. But I want to share before the interview gets by with us about my experience with you with Chase.
Mhm.
And and
Please.
I had sent you a picture and I sent you some questions, and one of the questions was, is Chase flowing? Does Chase, can he tell you why I was so sad most of my life? And two of the words that he flowed to you were breakup and death. And there really wasn't a breakup or a death in those ways, but there was the need for a breakup and the death of a relationship. So I'm not sure if that was what he was flowing to you, but he also flowed to you four of his favorite things, which were play fetch, chewing on bones. He flowed to you that he rode in my car in the back seat, which he did, and he loved to play tug of war. But I also told you any lab likes to do those things. So tell me what you said to me about that.
Oh, I'm also running. If I remember correctly, what I told you is that I've had where the specific grade as far as labs are supposed to, like, that laundry list that we talked to, or that I listed out for you with Chase. And I've run into where a particular lab has been the total opposite of didn't like to do chase, didn't love to chew bones, hated water. So it was the lab didn't get the manual that he should have done with them as far as with their breed, because it was the dog was not like a lab. So it still is, as far as with each each sentient being, as far as picking up what that individual really likes, what I'm tapping into with them. It's not just across the board, well, this species likes this breed likes this. Um, so, and the other thing too is that there can be times where it may feel like it's just not connecting, and that's okay too. As far as if the person is still questioning, as far as somewhere along the way, something will click that it wasn't as little as what they were thinking. Like when I told you, as far as with the death and the breakup and the leaving, in their terms, with Chase, he was looking at as far as in the sadness. It's the fact that that whole dynamic. It was still, as far as there was a death of a relationship, there was a breakup, there was a leaving of a person. So it's still as far as the energy and turmoil.
Well, I wanted to we're almost down out of time, but also want to tell my audience that you also picked up that he gobbled food, which he did. You know, some dogs graze and he didn't, much like his mama, I think. Anyway, and how the vet was more wearing on him at the end, and it really was. Everything was more wearing. But I also want to point out that right before we did this interview, uh, my pet sitter had wanted me to, the pet sitter that I used at the time, wanted me to ask you which side of the couch Chase was always on whenever they went over to let Chase out in the middle of the day. And you got it correct. I asked, does Chase flow to you which side of the couch? And you said the left side, and that was the side that he was always on. So I wanted to share that with my listening audience. So Hazel,
Yeah,
tell me.
and
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And the thing is that when you ask that, immediately that's the word that came to me. And so, like I said, I've learned that I share with what I get, and I don't question anymore. So
And you were right, and that's what he flowed to you. So tell me, if somebody wanted to contact you to for help with animal communication, what is the best way to contact you?
they can call me on my cell number, which is 614-595-8094. They can also go to, as far as the website, Animal Communication with Hazel TARR, and there is a link as far as to send, and it will send as far as an email to me, and or they can just email me at tarrka1089 at gmail.com.
Hazel, thank you so much. I've appreciated and enjoyed both our interviews, and I do need to wrap it up now, but I just wanted to thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate you wanting to take the time to find out about both of my services.
Absolutely. I hope to meet you in the future. So
Me too.
if you have any questions or comments about this show, please contact me at chaseandtails@yahoo.com. Thank you for listening to Society Bites Radio, and remember that I am here to share my passion for pet parents, professional pet sitters, and products and services that benefit both.